Hey.
Did you know it's cold in there?
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for having us on the show.
It's so awesome to be here. It's great.
It's the refrigerator, Harry.
Must be an American thing.
It's not.
So let me start with you, Sam. You've lived a life with the royal family, you've had everything handed to you, but you say your life has been hard, and now you've written all about it in your new book, Where?
So I was thinking maybe later I could show you around LA. We can go to Hollywood Boulevard. Actually, it's kind of disgusting. Or maybe the Santa Monica Pier.
Yes, that's right, friend. You see, my wife and I
I
are...
was totally like, you should write a book because your family like stupid and then so are like journalists.
Never mind, that's kind of gross too. And whatever, we'll figure it out. I am just so happy to be back.
So you hate journalists. That's right. And now you wrote a book that reports on the lives of the royal family. Right. So you're a journalist.
For sure. But wait, watch this.
We just want to be normal people. All this attention is so hard.
Isn't it true, sir, that your questionable wife has her own TV show and hangs out with celebrities and does fashion magazines?
Amazing, right?
Okay, picture this. It all started so quietly, you'd almost miss it. Out of nowhere, this baby fresh Reddit account pops up. I mean, hours old, no post history, nothing. And bam! They dump 4 random images into a mid-tier animation subreddit. No captions, no cheeky watermarks, no hint of what episode, just this blurry Imgur link titled, "They really went there this time." And oh boy, within minutes, absolute chaos. These pics, way sharper than the last leak. Full color, storyboard quality, with proper labels, and you could tell instantly this was Family Guy. At first, everyone thought it was some recycled parody, you know, fan-made, but then someone zoomed in, and there it was. In the corner, scene 11, page 9, studio-level print, not fan art, not even close. And let me tell you, the content? Oh, it was even nastier than last time.
She hates delete.
You need to knock it off. And you're hitting everyone with that table.
The very first panel, Meghan Markle, animated to the max, standing there with a cracked mic labeled Archetypes, ankle deep in spilled jam. Behind her, poor Prince Harry, barefoot, dazed, wheeling this wagon stacked with unsold memoirs. The caption? When branding becomes haunting. Brutal, and it didn't stop there. Another frame? A gravestone marked Privacy 2018 to 2020. Then Meghan again wearing a tiara made entirely of press passes, standing over a cauldron bubbling away with the label Content Strategy. Oh, and the background? Absolutely loaded with tiny callbacks to their past scandals, the kind of details only die-hard gossip sleuths would catch.
Do you have any cash for a cab? Oh look, Grandma's on the money. I never noticed that before.
Get this, in the background, the Oprah interview, replaying on a busted TV, a Suits DVD being used as a drink coaster, and a blurry sign saying, Montecito, population 2+ lawsuits. The subreddit froze. No one dared upvote. No reposts. Just stunned silence. Then the flood hit. Screenshots everywhere, Twitter caught on, TikTok went wild with reaction videos, and in just 20 minutes, the whole Reddit thread was gone. Deleted by mods, no explanation, anyone who tried reposting, shadow banned. Even this one guy claiming to work in Fox Animation post-production, he only managed to type one chilling line before disappearing. This version didn't get cut, it got buried.
Bravo fired me. Well, not really, but basically, they only offered me friend of the housewives for next season.
Suddenly, this wasn't just another cartoon gag. Nope. Full-blown panic. The whispers started up again. Maybe these leaks weren't accidents at all? Maybe, just maybe, someone inside the studio was deliberately sprinkling these breadcrumbs. And based on how lightning fast those takedown requests hit, people were betting Meghan's team had seen the images before the public ever did. And if this was what got out, what else was still locked in the vault? And that was just the first frame. The next drop? Darker, meaner, and so layered with hidden digs that Reddit's top detective types had to tag in just to decode it. This next one was labeled Scene 12, Alt Cutaway. Inside sources called it the Brand Graveyard. It had apparently been pitched months back, but network legal supposedly killed it. Well, 4 frames have now surfaced, and they are savage. Picture this: Stewie and Brian walking through a foggy cemetery under a cracked neon sign reading, "Here lie the brands." The style? Straight out of a Tim Burton fever dream. Product logos twisted into creepy tombstones.
Hi, I'm Meghan Markle.
And I'm Harry. Harry.
And we're royally screwed.
One gravestone, Pearl Jam. Montecito Edition. Another, a giant broken Spotify waveform, but the big one, a cracked gold-foiled memorial, the American Royal rebrand, born loud, died louder. And then, the camera zooms to the star of the roast, cartoon Meghan. She's in a long black cape made of magazine covers, high heels sinking into the mud, trying to pour tea into a mug shaped like Oprah's head. But the mug leaks from a hole labeled Trust. Meanwhile, Harry's off to the side, sitting on a folding chair next to a coffin labeled Spare 2. He's holding a jam jar that says limited authenticity, trying to bury it, but it keeps floating back up. Stewie leans to Brian and whispers, "What's scarier, ghosts or influencers with victim arcs?" Brian just shrugs. "Depends. Do the ghosts have podcasts?" Then comes the brutal twist. Meghan throws her arms up for a rebrand resurrection, but the ground cracks open. Out comes a glowing, pearl-wrapped corgi paw clutching a tabloid with Diana's face on it. Meghan gasps, stumbles back, drops her crown. It rolls right into the privacy grave, knocking the headstone over. Stewie, he just spray paints a blank tombstone. Coming soon. Netflix's apology tour. The scene fades to black. But in the leaked notes, there's one more line that didn't make the cut. Reputation is the one thing you can't monetize twice. It was vicious, surgical. And clearly, the writers weren't holding back anymore.
I'm sorry, I'm just really stressed. We're completely out of money.
And then, it got even juicier. The next leak? It wasn't in some creepy graveyard. This one was set on a talk show stage. But not just any stage. Imagine if Oprah, Ellen, and a fever dream had a love child. The storyboard title? Scene 13, Meghan's Manifestation Hour, and wow, even still images gave you chills. The set, done up in soft lavender and gold, giant roses looming in the background, a flickering applause emotionally sign overhead. First frame, Meghan, cartoon version, perched on this plush couch shaped like a Spotify logo, clutching a massive microphone carved from Himalayan salt. A voiceover gushes, "Your Duchess of Disruption, your Empress of Empathy, your CEO of Self-Discovery." But then, the camera pans out. The audience, completely empty. Just rows of Oprah cardboard cutouts, each with a different expression. Shock, pity, disappointment. One cutout, literally cracked in half, taped back together. And the co-host? Oh, this is where it gets savage. Floating onto the stage is a ghostly corgi wearing Princess Diana's pearl choker. It curls up next to Meghan and mutters in this weary British accent, "We tried warning you, but you kept scheduling panels." Reddit instantly compared the voice to Dame Maggie Smith. Nothing confirmed, but you can picture it. On Meghan's cue cards, the insults were baked right in. Zoom in and you'll read gems like reclaim the narrative, pain to profit funnel, next guest, someone less polarizing. And then there's one that just says, tear up on cue. Fox supposedly cut it after a debate over whether it crossed into self-immolation territory. Still, the damage, done. The whole seance of self-branding vibe hit people hard. Critics called it animated psychological warfare. Fans just called it cold. But the biggest bombshell wasn't the jokes. It was what someone spotted in the background.
I don't know what to do. How are we going to pay for school for Archie?
I have to tell you, I never realized so many things cost money. Like this chicken. I bet you had to pay for it.
In the third frame over Meghan's shoulder, there's this weird blocky shape on the set wall. Looks like abstract decor, but one Reddit sleuth zooms in, cranks the contrast, and drops it into a QR code scanner. Boom, it links somewhere. Not just anywhere. A dead Fox Animation subdomain. Archived, inactive, but with a title. 2026 upfront assets. And wait, why would a storyboard supposedly for a fall 2025 episode link to a next year network preview page? Theories exploded. Coincidence? Maybe an art department left over? Or was this planted? Then someone found another hidden symbol in the stage floor shot. A tiny TV with a lightning bolt through it. Animation veterans instantly recognized it from an old South Park teaser, part of a stealth marketing stunt. That's when the Fox funnel theory took over. That these leaks weren't rogue at all, but an orchestrated marketing campaign using Meghan and Harry as unwilling viral bait. Too many coincidences, too polished, and takedown speed felt rehearsed.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. I kind of took you out of your natural habitat. I'm surprised you're still breathing.
One Redditor with a web security background swore the speed at which those Imgur links got flagged meant automated systems were preloaded to kill those exact files. This wasn't cleanup, they said. This was choreography. The QR screenshots spread like wildfire. Twitter, Tumblr, TikTok. One side-by-side of the QR and the subdomain, 800,000 views in under 3 hours. Now the question wasn't, is this real? It was, how long has Fox been planning this? If Family Guy's not just roasting the Sussexes but using them as the centerpiece of a year-long headline takeover, then we're not just watching a roast, we're watching a rollout. And in Montecito, The mood reportedly shifted from anger to DEFCON mode.
It's so nice to have you back in London, Meghan. I've missed our little lunches.
We've never had lunch together, Kate.
Well, we must continue the tradition.
Sources say Meghan's first emergency call after the QR reveal wasn't to PR, it was to legal. By sunrise, her team was on an encrypted call with a Los Angeles defamation lawyer, known for getting late-night sketches erased before they even trended. Problem? Satire's protected. Her lawyers weren't the only ones on speed dial. PR brought in a private analytics firms, and what they found? Staggering. The most shared image, Meghan sipping from an Oprah mug while the ghost corgi judged her, had 78 million impressions in 24 hours.
How dare you, sir? My Instagram-loving wife has always wanted her privacy!
The worst part? Not one of those impressions came from official Family Guy accounts. The episode wasn't even out yet, meaning Meghan's trapped in a viral spiral with no end in sight. According to one PR insider, she told her team, "If we don't stop this now, they'll never stop." Meanwhile, over in the Family Guy offices, pure adrenaline. A production assistant spilled on a locked Discord. The writers weren't scared, they were hyped. This wasn't a leak they regretted. This was a dare.
We'll just have to find a way to make £50 billion on our own.
So get this. Remember that first leak with Meghan on a golden throne of busted mics and Diana stamped coins? Yeah, apparently the backlash to that didn't make them flinch. It made them double down. One verified writer on a private forum spilled, "This isn't just roasting the Sussexes. It's a test. How far can we go before we hear from their lawyers? Or Oprah? Or Netflix?" Another claimed the leaked frames were actually screened in a late-night pitch session on purpose, just to see how execs reacted. Bottom line, this wasn't a random leak. This was a stress test. And when the internet didn't melt down, it memed, looped, and amplified. The writers took that as the green light. Behind the scenes, the phrase getting tossed around, "If South Park drew first blood, we're going for the artery." And the rumor mill says Family Guy isn't the only one sharpening their knives. Other animated shows are feeling bold now, and even some stand-up comics are dusting off royal jokes they'd shelved out of fear of backlash. But here's where the plot really thickens. What Meghan and Harry probably thought was a contained cartoon dig. It's now a full-on industry moment, and across the pond, it's even nastier. And it wasn't just the media. A palace insider told the Times that senior aides were deeply alarmed by how huge the ridicule had gotten. Apparently, there'd been quiet hopes Harry could still reconnect with the royal inner circle for upcoming anniversaries. Now, nearly impossible, the source said. The monarchy can't afford a mascot who's become a meme. Then, quietly, 2 of Harry's appearances disappeared from event programs, a veterans fundraiser in Scotland and a mental health summit in Germany. Both wiped his name in under 48 hours. No explanations. A British PR strategist summed it up. If you've got a high-profile guest who just got roasted into the ground on international TV, you cut ties before anyone asks why you didn't. Prince William's camp, radio silence. No statement, no spin, no denial. Just this calculated distance that insiders say is louder than words. One royal correspondent even mused on air. Would this kind of ridicule have happened if Harry hadn't left the firm? Translation, laugh just enough to seem evolved, but not enough to admit defeat. The guest list is hush-hush, but one name slipped, a former Family Guy voice actor who left the show under murky circumstances. This person's been publicly critical of shock value writing in animation, perfect to frame Meghan as not just a punchline, but a cautionary tale. But not everyone's buying it. One source at a major streaming platform warned the plan risks looking desperate, begging to be taken seriously, as they put it. The fear is that even acknowledging the roast just cements her as the punchline. Brands are watching too. One corporate partner reportedly paused a deal with Archetypes after hearing about the podcast's theme. Their concern? Meghan's too reactive, too memed, too polarizing to gamble on right now. Another, a European skincare label, just ghosted. Drop your thoughts below because the next leak? Oh, you know it's coming. And according to the whispers, it's even nastier than the graveyard, the ghost corgi, or that QR-coded talk show. Like, subscribe and get ready, because whatever Fox has in the vault when it hits, Meghan's fight won't be about jokes anymore. It'll be about survival. Be about survival. Be about